We are here with Anthony Gutierrez, Senior Recruiter at Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment. The word we're going to talk about today is grit. It's one that he as a recruiter and a professional has seen both in his work and from other people that he's hired, worked with, and he's going to discuss more about that from the professional side.
Sure. So guys, when you work in the human resources industry, whether it be in the sports industry or other industries, as I've worked in before I stepped into the sports industry, you have to deal with a lot of a variety of things, and grit being one of the biggest things that I look at when I try to find new associates to come work for our company. It's actually one of our 11 commitments that we have at Harris Blitzer. And grit to us means you're going above and beyond to really provide a level of service that can see a project all the way through to the end, even when something isn't the easiest and something isn't going the most smooth. You know, you may have to find a way to smooth over something in order to see a project all the way through to the end, or you may have to find a way to accomplish a project that you haven't really done before. Perfect example would be trying to get season ticket sales. I know that's something that's really big for our organization, as it is with a bunch of different sports organizations. And I think for us, you know, it's a hard sell to get people to spend an exorbitant amount of money to purchase season tickets, but it's about making a connection with clients, making a connection with, you know, whether it be their organization, their company, their family, in order to sell those types of season tickets to them. In my world, it's a little bit different because I have to pull from so many different parts of the organization in order to make interviews happen and in order to see the best candidates possible through for our organization. So, you know, I have to, one, figure out what the needs are to fill a position on a team, whether it's sports related or not, interview all of the candidates, find the right people that are working for the organization or looking for a job, whether they be passive, meaning they're not looking for a new job, or active, meaning that they're actually looking for a new position and they apply directly to the position. You know, from there, I have to dig and find, you know, what it is about their experience that warrants them getting an interview with our organization. And then from there, at times dealing with a bunch of different schedules that can conflict, especially in the sports industry where people travel so much, for all of them to interview and get themselves organized. From there, it goes to offer negotiations where you go back and forth to make sure that it's a mutually exclusive decision for both sides of the, you know, the coin, whether it be the candidate side or our side, and then seeing the candidate through their first day and making sure that they're satisfied with the way they're onboarded to the organization. So, you know, a lot of times it's really digging in within yourself if something isn't going right, or you feel like you've tried everything and maybe you're at your wit's end with figuring out what it is you want to do to finish a project. But a lot of it is really just figuring out something that maybe you haven't done or asking for help. You know, sometimes grit isn't just digging within yourself, it's actually asking for help other places, and it's not a bashful or a shameful thing to ask for help from someone else. It's okay for you to go to someone else and ask for a fresh set of eyes on how to get something accomplished. But it's really about not quitting and figuring out a way to see a project all the way through to the end without, you know, either giving up or having those types of feelings. Because once you let that thought into your mind and you kind of speak it out into the universe, it becomes a virus and it becomes an aspect of not just your career but other aspects of your life. And we try to make sure that within our organization and all of the people that we try to hire for our company, that they find that way to dig down within themselves to make the grit happen.
Sure. So real quick, just one question.
Sure.
As a recruiter, when you're sifting through these resumes, and for these students who are going to see this as interns or just students,
sure,
they're going to be applying for jobs. They're going to be submitting resumes and cover letters, right?
Yeah.
How can they convey, because they might be sitting there and saying, I am gritty, or I have conveyed grit, or I know what grit is and I can do that. How do they convey that in a resume or cover letter?
Always show results. You know, you never want to explain that you did this, did that, or did the third thing. I always say, when you look at a resume, use the rule of so what. If you explain something that you did and at the end of it you say so what, then you need to take it out or you need to elaborate on why that is. You know, if you worked on a project and you helped put together media clips, social media articles, if you helped put together Instagram tags and you're a marketing major and you want to work in sports marketing, after putting all that together, what did that result in? Did it result in an increase in followers? Did it increase your shares or increase your likes? You know, did you get more followers out of, you know, the Instagram handles that you put together? Or maybe you had other people reaching out to you that were interested in the content that you had put together. you have to produce a result for everything. And I think that shows grit. I think it shows that you're not just doing things just to do them. It shows that you're willing to go above and beyond to produce results. And that's really what companies want. They don't want just someone who can come in who may be able to walk the walk. They want someone that can come in and give you results. And that's, you know, that's what makes businesses go around, is being able to make money, being able to produce some kind of positive result.
That's a great thing to just hang on to, which is grit isn't just doing the work or rolling up your sleeves and doing, like, you know, scrubbing toilets or getting down and picking up that last piece of trash just to make it look. It's producing results. Why are we doing that? So if you say, you know, I picked up this trash because it makes our facility look better,
right,
that's the result. I mean, that's a very minuscule tactical one, but like you just said, showing results, and I think that's a great takeaway.
Exactly. And I think, you know, even if it's something like scrubbing a toilet, even if you're scrubbing a toilet, you're creating a better experience for someone else who's going into the bathroom after the next person.
Yeah.
So, you know, if nothing else, you are creating a positive impact for somebody else, even if it's something minuscule. So if you're working at a fast food restaurant, you're still providing a level of service, or if you're working at a coffee shop or whatever it is, there is some kind of result to what you're doing. So make sure that no matter what you're doing, you're putting that result or the outcome of what you're doing on the resume, so that it makes you sound more impressive than someone who just shows up and goes through the motions of your job every day.
Awesome. So I think that's a great way to end. I think we'll stick with grit and the result and tie them together. And if you guys can do that back when you're getting your experience with your internship, or even if you're doing a project in school, if you can show the result of that and show that you're gritty, that will help you stand out in resumes and cover letters. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.